We interrupt this program for a 5 on Your Side special report.
Ready to serve the people of our city as he'd been doing for the last 18 years. His tragic death is unfair and unjust, and my heart is with his family, his friends, his colleagues at the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, and our entire community and region tonight as we mourn his loss. I was able to visit with his family today, with his wife, his mother-in-law, and his 2 children, and expressed our deepest condolences. I ask that you join me in prayer for them and our entire community during this difficult time. We also have a memorial police car available at the North Patrol Station on Union Boulevard, where you can lay flowers in honor of Officer Lee. And I want to express my deep, deep gratitude to the men and women of the St. Louis Metropolitan and first responders with the St. Louis Fire Department and the team at St. Louis University Hospital for their determination and care in trying to save Officer Lee's life. Their quick action is a testament to their bravery. In times like these, I am reminded of the Gospel of Matthew. Matthew 5:4 reads, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted." Tonight, I ask our entire city and our region to be the comfort that the Lee family needs and deserves as their lives are upended by this terrible tragedy. Thank you, and God bless you all. And now I'm going to turn it over to Chief Robert Tracy.
Thank you, Mayor. What a tragic and sad day. Whenever you lose an officer, it's a husband, a father, colleague, beloved, trusted, 18-year veteran, killed in the line of duty through an accident. It just shows everything that we do each and every day is not routine. And we're all going to be mourning the loss for days to come and years to come after this. Around 8:30 this morning, Officer David Lee was called to a 1-car crash on eastbound I-70 near Grand. That car was being driven by an off-duty Ferguson firefighter. Officer Lee was behind his patrol car, retrieving traffic cones when a vehicle traveling eastbound lost control, spun out, and hit Officer Lee. Risking her own life, the off-duty Ferguson firefighter rushed to help Officer Lee. She got on his radio, asking for help. An officer in need of aid call was dispatched. St. Louis firefighters arrived on the scene and rushed Officer Lee to the St. Louis University Hospital. He was rushed into the emergency surgery, and despite every life-saving effort to save him, Officer Lee died while he was in surgery. Officer Lee is the 167th St. Louis Metropolitan Police officer to die in the line of duty, as you can see behind us on this wall, the people that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Accident reconstruction has been called to investigate the crash. I can confirm a 24-year-old man has been detained after showing signs of impairment. Officer Lee has been with the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department for 18 years. He was assigned to our traffic division and served the city of St. Louis with honor and integrity. He was previously assigned to North Patrol, where the mayor talked about where you can give your flowers to a card car, as we call it. Officer Lee leaves behind a wife and 2 children. We will be by their side, helping in any way we can as they go through their darkest hours. We're devastated. We're heartbroken. But we will continue to serve and protect the city of St. Louis and make our fallen colleague proud. We're incredibly thankful for the off-duty Ferguson firefighter, the police officers that were on the scene to help assist our colleague, St. Louis Fire Department, St. Louis University Hospital, St. Louis Police Wives Association, Backstoppers, and the St. Louis Foundation, and the entire St. Louis region for their outpouring support from all over, far and beyond, nationwide, the calls that I've been receiving all day long to help support us in a time of our need. So right now, I'm going to hand this over, and Circuit Attorney Gabe Roy is going to make some comments. Thank you.
I'd like to join the mayor and Chief Tracy in expressing my deepest sympathies for Officer Lee's family and friends. His death in the line of duty, serving to protect this community, is a terrible loss, not only for his family and friends, but it's a terrible loss for his colleagues here at St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department and all of the citizens of our community, the community that he served as a St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department officer for 18 years. My office, the Circuit Attorney's Office, is working closely with St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department as they conduct their investigation into this matter. We anticipate that when that investigation is complete, they will be applying for charges, if that's the determination that is made, to our office, at which point we will, as always, conduct a review of that application for warrant and make a charging decision based on the evidence that we see in the law of the state of Missouri. Thank you.
We'll take questions at this time.
We have time for a few questions, guys.
Chief, can you walk us through what the protocol is for a crash like that? Obviously, we had some terrible weather this morning. You know, I don't know. I guess the question is on that protocol, could there have been another officer there to assist? Was there, in what lane was that initial crash in?
Well, when it comes to, we do have one-man traffic cars when we're out there, and certainly that's some of the protocols we have in place. Nobody expects someone to turn a corner, and we'll get into some of those things as we get into more detail, and we'll get into a lot more things tomorrow in some of the details, what we can and can't release. Still under investigation. We have a person in custody, and right now, because a person has not been charged yet, we have to make sure that we're very careful in what we talk about. But I could talk about protocols because our commander, Paul Lauer, is here, and he's the commander of our traffic division. So, Paul, would you like to just step up and give some protocols on an accident that we have, and what we do, and how we handle these things?
Yes, sir. So our traffic safety division is a support unit. The district officer gets the assignment for any crash. We respond to assist with traffic control, so that's what Officer Lee was doing when this occurred. There was another officer responding to assist him, but because of the fact that Officer Lee got there pretty quickly, that was the highway he was assigned to, Interstate 70. He got there and wanted to put up cones and other flares, safety measures that we use. He also has red lights and an arrow stick, trying to make it visible to protect not only the motorist that had the initial crash, but also for him and for any other motorists that were approaching, to try and give them that visibility to see to move over. But it was raining at that time, so it was just a dangerous situation with the slick weather anyway.
Sorry, sir. Since he was in traffic, I don't know if you feel comfortable saying anything about Officer Lee and his service to this department?
Sure. Officer Lee served with the traffic division for 4 years with us, and I mean he was a very quiet person, the nicest guy, would do anything for you. He showed up to work early and was always there to back up the other officers in traffic safety, and just very hard worker, and he was a family man, had a wife and 2 kids, and just a great guy.
I-70 is very dangerous. We've even seen other people who've been in a crash or had to change a tire killed as well. Can you speak to just how dangerous that is when you do respond?
Certainly, and any interstate that we're working, we know there's curves, visibility is an issue. So our officers assigned to traffic safety do have, like I said, that equipment to help with visibility. They do have that training for setting it up. He had just responded, was just initially trying to get that set up. So it's definitely the interstate It's just a dangerous place to be. So, I mean, he's just doing his job.
Chief Tracy, you said the person that was responsible was impaired. Was that impairment due to drugs or alcohol?
You know, the original responding officers, we actually, before we test, but even when we have a critical incident where there is death, we usually, through our protocols, will do toxicology and make sure when that comes back. But at the time, just in the first, I'd like to say when the officers first talked with the individual, there was suspicion that there might be some impairment. But right now, we have withhold that. We can't go just solely on that. There'll be other things that'll be coming back in that we probably can make more comments tomorrow. If you can give us a chance tomorrow, we can probably give more information on that. If you,
Yes, sir.
Only because there's a timeliness, but it takes some time.
So is that why charges aren't immediately filed as of yet?
Yeah, you want to make sure it's under investigation. You want to make sure you get this right. You don't want to compromise this case. This is a serious issue. We have an officer that is now deceased because of this person's actions, and we want to make sure that if and when we can charge, we want to make sure at the proper time that's going to happen. And I think the circuit attorney hit on it as much as he can say and what we can say.
Chief, our condolences to you and your department. You've been here a bit over a year now. Can you talk to us about the emotion within your department, the men and women of your department, and how they're going to have to still handle doing their jobs today and the coming days?
Right. Well, you know, we have a very good support system. I mean, listen, I talked about this as a tragedy. You heard my statements. You can actually even see it in my voice. I've been doing this for 42 years. This is not the first time I've been where a person has died in the line of duty. And it never gets any easier, even for someone that has been around as long as I am. We got to make sure we're there for each other. We're there for the family. We got to make sure that we've got crisis intervention, stress management teams. We have officers gathering right now at a point I don't want to talk about where they're at, to make sure that we can talk with each other. We have counselors. And we want to make sure that everybody's in the right place to express themselves. And it's a process. It's grief. Right now, there's a little bit of anger going on. Frustration, anger. All those stages are going on right now. It's so fresh. And these officers are feeling it. If you heard what Lieutenant Lauer just talked about, the commander, this guy was a great guy. I mean, a family man. Quiet guy, went out and did his job. I knew exactly who he was when I saw it. You know, I got to know, I've been here coming up almost on 2 years. So I've gotten to know a lot of the officers and their work habits and who they are and a little bit about each one of them. And it's just devastating, even for me to be here and be in this profession. But that's why our officers, we're going to keep a good eye on them. We want to make sure that we go through this process, be there for the family and be there for our officers. And you know what, just asking that question, the amount of the community coming in, all these organizations, all other law enforcement officers, we all rally around each other in such tragic times, and this is exactly what's happening now. So that's why I wanted to mention every single one, and I probably missed the several of them because it just keeps coming in. So thank you for that question. Thank you for the caring of how our officers feel. We're devastated.
We echo that, Chief. One more question about the suspect. I know it's limited how much you can share with us right now. I-70, obviously, we have people from all across the country traveling through. Do we know if this was a citizen of St. Louis?
Is a citizen of St. Louis? I would say the person lived locally, probably within the next county. If for the last address, I'll leave it at that. Right.
How important are the move over, slow down laws and people really following those? Because this can happen to tow truck drivers, you know, other first responders who go to a scene.
Yeah, I talked to other police chiefs and also superintendents of state police, and even one just sent me a text of condolences, and they're a state police superintendent in another state. I won't give the person's name. He says, Chief, we just went through 2 deaths with some of our troopers just going through this, and it never gets any easier. Yes, we can keep putting out public service announcements. We can continue to do that. You can help us with that, and we're going to continue to do that. But at the same time, you know, we've done dozens of missions this year working with with Missouri Highway Patrol and our county counterparts on I-70, on 64, on 44. We've done these, and we continue to do that, and we're trying to change the behavior of individuals and their driving habits. But sometimes there can be other factors that we're factoring in that I really can't get into right now. I would think we can get into it a little more tomorrow, because I want to be very careful that when everything does come out, this person's going to be held accountable to their actions.
We have time for one more question.
Chief, can you tell us about that firefighter? Are they doing okay? And where, I don't know if you can talk about that crash?
Come on up, Lieutenant Colonel. Lieutenant Colonel can share
So
some.
yeah, this afternoon, we've spoken with her a couple of times this afternoon. It is a female. She had just gotten off of work at Ferguson, and she was on her way home. And she's emotional as well. We've assured her that we will reach out. We have our crisis intervention teams that'll help her through the way too. But yes, she's a little emotional about it, of course, which is expected.
So, but so it was just a single car crash?
Yes, she was on her way home, and she had a one-car accident.
The public
All right,
probably
guys,
wants
thank
to.
you very much. We'll provide updates as we get them. Obviously, it's still very fresh for us. We still have a lot more things that we have to investigate. We will try and provide another update sometime tomorrow morning, early afternoon. As soon as we narrow down that time, we'll pass that along, okay?
Currently, the mayor and the chief plan on going to the North Patrol Memorial Card.
This has been a 5 on Your Side special report. We now join regularly scheduled programming in progress.